is enough, and it's time for a change!
Are you ready?
It is Sunday, and you're listening to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast.
Give me a hell yeah! Get some love! Ooh, yeah!
With Kinny Killa.
Hey, yo! We're in the big D tonight, baby! And we are live! Woo!
I'm the gal them Sugar Sugar.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be! Cause that's the bottom line! The Stone Cold said so!
Oh, son of a bitch, if you just heard the glass shatter, that's right, it's the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast, episode 166, and I'm the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, the one man with no Instagram, Kinny Killa. My partner in crime has returned, people. The Welsh Wizard, the gal them Sugar Sugs.
Yo, yo, yo.
He has returned on his phone. You on your phone?
You know that HTC?
That Android-ish. No iPhone out here. Also, let me introduce you to Butcher69, Mr. David Gillam.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Lovely weather, and I'm sitting here doing a podcast in the garden.
Yep, you asked and you shall receive. You asked to be on, so here you are, brother.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. And as always, we have a debutant on the show. So our debutant today is the host of the PW Hustle, also Big Slam Nation member, all the way from stateside. It's the Professor Anthony Quintana.
Hey, what's going on there, Seg heads and hustleites all alike? I am the king of the hoopla of the PW Hustle, a.k.a. Mr. Wonderful, the illustrious Professor. How y'all doing today?
Hey, it is good. It's hot as a motherfucker out here, so I am happy. Thanks for coming on. It's like I was saying to you before we got on, it's like we're dodging each other, but now we're finally, able to get you on the show. I mean, we're just gonna.
Well, you know me, Kenny. I'm here to educate the Seg heads here too, as I teach them on the PW Hustle.
Hey, that's what it's all about. Shugs, Wales, not a good start, my friend.
Yeah, we're saving ourselves for that England game. That's it. We're just saving ourselves. That's our cup final right there.
Fam, we need to watch that shit together. I'm not even joking.
Mate, you ain't ready. You ain't ready.
Let's get them red stripe on the go. All right,
it's on at 2:00 though, innit? Man's in work.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck that. Hey, we stream that shit. Fuck it. Stream that. All right, man. Let's get straight into it. Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you check us out on Twitter. That's at Sunday Segue. Segue is spelled SEGUE. You can follow me at Kinny Killa KILLA. Also, make sure you check out our website, sundaysegwaypodcast.wix.com/Sunday Segue. Make sure you like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on that Stitcher, Podomatic, and don't forget to download that Double Twist player. All right. Shugs, any shout outs?
Shout out to Wales. I still believe.
Professor, any shout outs?
Shout out to the PW Hustle crew, Billy Ray Valentine, A-Track Brown, the dirtiest of the city. Follow us on our PW Hustle YouTube pages. We actually have two YouTube channels, PW Hustle and PW Hustle 2, so get all our content there. All
right. Gillam.
Big shout out to my boys on Max Wrestling Podcast. And people, I'm going to have to tell you that on the 26th of June, Max Wrestling Podcast is bringing to you for the first time live video feed of the Trivia Takeover. And they'll be crowning a knowledge champion.
I'm winning that
shit.
I'm winning that shit.
It's on, man. It's on. It's on.
That shit.
Butch is bringing his chopping block out right now.
Oh, my days. Oh.
Wait a minute. I'm the professor here. I got to enter this. If this is a quiz show, I got to enter.
Come on. There you go.
I'll make sure Dazzy gets your details so you're on the show. Right. So I want to give a shout out. Oh, he's already given a shout out to our business partners in crime, Max Wrestling. I want to give a shout out to Bill Apter. He will see you at the matches. That's Apter One Wrestling. Also want to give a shout out to DWI Podcast, You What Gaming YouTube show, and also I want to give a shout out to the WWWC, the Worldwide Wrestling Community. There you go. Right, so what we do for all debutants on the show, they have to do their best Randy Savage impression and also let us know their favorite wrestler of all time and their favorite current wrestler. So, Professor, please give me your best Randy Savage impression, please.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot, Kenny. Let me try it. Me. Excuse me. Ooh, yeah. Freak out.
Hey.
I am the man. Macho Man Randy Savage. I sound like I have laryngitis though.
Shugs, what do we give that?
Yeah. That's good. I'm giving that a solid 8.5.
Ooh, nice. 8.5. All right, Professor, let us know your favorite wrestler of all time and your favorite current wrestler, please.
Favorite, actually, it's both one and the same. Kurt Angle.
Bang. Okay. Kurt Angle. There you go. I like that. Simple, easy. Right. You will be running the 10 count later. I will explain that to you. Your fellow Big Slam Nation members, they've all got 4, it seems. 4 seems to be the score. The top score is 9, so we'll get you on there at the end of the show. Right, let's just kick straight into this. So the question for today's show is, who will be on Raw on SmackDown during the brand split? Now, Shugs, me and you spoke about this. Obviously, you're throwing out there that greasy hair motherfucker Roman Reigns to headline Raw. So is it easy to assume that Rollins will be the guy, the main heel on Raw?
Yeah, I think it depends how they split. It looks like they're gonna do sort of keep all the indie guys on SmackDown, and then Raw is just gonna be it's gonna have a different vibe. All the mock drafts have come in, or all the rumors have come out. But then I guess that's gonna mean that Rollins has to bite the bullet and be paired up with this greasy-haired fool.
Professor, SmackDown. So it's safe to say John Cena must be heading up, SmackDown, seeing as, they're going to try and make it a par with Raw. But so who would be the main heel on that side?
Well, I think it makes, as we've seen on Raw, I think AJ Styles would be the main heel to go against John Cena. I mean, if the plans have been all in all, if Vince McMahon's high on AJ Styles and for him to be the quote-unquote the SmackDown world champion with that winged eagle belt, then I guess, that's a good feud in the making between John Cena and AJ Styles.
I'm hearing this, the winged eagle belt. I'm hearing this. If that shit comes out, I am literally going to blow a gasket. I love that belt so much. It's childhood belt right there. Butcher.
That is a better belt. That is a better belt to me.
Butcher. So NXT obviously is going to be involved in this somewhat with some of their superstars getting pushed up. Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor. We didn't see any Samoa Joe on the mock-up drafts, but where would you put Nakamura and where would you put Finn Balor?
See, I don't see Balor there because I think Balor's still got a feud in with Itami.
Okay.
You see? So, I mean, I'm looking more towards, obviously, Nakamura. The winner of Nakamura and Aries, to be honest with you.
Has to be
Nakamura.
Nakamura.
It's got to be. It's just daylight robbery if it ain't.
So would you have him on Raw or SmackDown?
I'd probably send Aries, if I'm honest, to Raw.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd send Nakamura to SmackDown, if I was honest.
Okay.
I just think SmackDown will need that bigger, star power than Raw will. Obviously you've got that greasy haired motherfucker. Yeah, I just think SmackDown. I think SmackDown is gonna need a bit more than Raw. Yeah.
Shugs, Nakamura heel or face when he comes up?
Face. It's gotta be. Yeah. To start off with, definitely.
Him and Kevin Owens feud straight away.
Yeah, but I think Owens is going to be on SmackDown. Yeah, with Nakamura. But then, no, I think Nakamura's going to be on Raw.
Okay.
I think they're still marketing Raw as it's going to be still as the A show.
Mm-hmm.
So then I think they're going to put Nakamura on that one, because obviously he's like an international superstar and, the marketing and all this shit. And I think that means he's going to go on Raw.
All right, let's just turn the wheels a little bit and let's move on to the breaking news that happened last night. UFC 199. Brock Lesnar seems to be fighting for UFC at UFC 200. Professor, now is this a bold move by Brock? And I mean, hearing rumors that he held Vince up for money before WrestleMania, and then this was the compromise. How does this affect SummerSlam?
I don't think it affects anything because Brock Lesnar is proving how he's the beast, he's the conqueror. He's if let's just get this out of the way. If he's gonna fight at UFC 200, because Dana White has said on the other side that maybe just Brock is just gonna be there as an alumnus, sitting out in the crowd and watching the show. So let's just play that devil's advocate. But no matter what, Brock Lesnar is the beast. He's the conqueror. So it doesn't matter. He's going to be on the co-main event at SummerSlam, and he's going to whip that ass on whoever is in his way. That's all it is.
Just imagine he turns up in UFC 200 and he does just sit down. People getting in his face, just F5s all over the place on UFC. That would just be crazy.
And you know what's weird about that? Brock Lesnar is going to be at UFC 200. Where CM Punk, or PMS Bitch Boy as I call him, going to be.
I want to see a face to face with them. Just face to face with them boys. That would be hilarious. Shugs Hawani sacked.
Yeah.
Sad
Peak
news.
times, man. Peak times. Giving it that. Being a journalist. Got sacked for doing his job.
Sad times, man. Sad times. I mean, just man just got a bit hyped. Released the shit. Bye. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But yeah, let's move off UFC anyway. I want to throw that in there real quick. But Gillam, I want to speak to you about the booking of Seth Rollins at the moment. Seth Rollins, obviously, he's gone back to his kind of pussyfoot heel shit going on, running away and all that kind of stuff. Now, for me personally, I would have loved to see him kind of hit Reigns head on, not backing down, you know what I mean, and going into this feud at Money in the Bank. Now, the way that they've booked him with here, on contrast to the 24 special, how would you have booked him coming in?
I'd have booked. I mean, to me, how I book him and how everyone else wanted him to be booked. I think it all boils down to the reason that Roman Reigns failed to come over as a heel. Because if Roman Reigns had succeeded in coming over as a heel, I think it's safe to say that Seth Rollins was coming back as the big face to take over from Cena's spot, because Rollins has proven that he can already hold a mic, he can hold a ring with anyone. He can command that crowd, he can work an arena. And I think, I like Rollins regardless what he does. He's strong no matter what he does. I think it's hard to say, because I don't want to get on the Roman Reigns, I hate Roman Reigns bandwagon and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I don't particularly like the guy, granted, but I still think WWE have got writers and all that have got to take a massive set of responsibility for the way Reigns has gone downhill, to be honest with you, because I mean, let's be honest, they've not had a set plan with him, have they? I mean, they've swapped and changed ideas. They just don't know what to do with him. I mean, me personally, I'd have still stood with the guy that cut promos on NXT in a suit and he just looked suave, the guy cut his own shit, man. You know what I mean? He had a nice arm around him in the late great Dusty Rhodes, and now he's having some freaking idiot in the back, some jock sitting there in a suit and tie, telling him what to say and where to stand and where to look. I don't get the feeling that someone like Seth Rollins gets that done to him.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, the thing is, me and Shug was talking the other day about just the wording. I mean, you look at, Seth Rollins, he rebuilt everything. He's got redesign, rebuild, reclaim, just three simple words. Fucking sick. I love that. Okay. But it's more of a babyface kind of notion. Just imagine, Professor, if he had the, I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy, I'm the guy, he would have made that shit sound so much better than Roman Reigns does. And I feel like it's the cadence. But how would you have booked Rollins? Would you have booked him as a babyface coming back?
Personally, I'm always a man that's, you got to remember the history. Mm-hmm. I mean, what did everybody on social media fan pages call Seth Rollins? The worst booked heavyweight champion in history of WWE. So I understand why people like him, when he came back and did what he did with Roman Reigns. I hate Roman Reigns, all that stuff with the pedigree. But, Rollins has something to prove to himself. I don't know, to the IWC, YWC. There's some sort of, thing for him. He needs that for himself. So I don't mind him coming as a heel. He will always earn the respect of people. But you know what? He needed to say, I got you, fans. I didn't forget you. I don't care if you cheer for me. I don't care what you're going to say about me. I don't care if you love me to beat Roman Reigns. You're nothing to me. He will earn everybody's respect. But right now, let him be a heel first. And also, on note of this, with Roman Reigns and AJ Styles, I said this on the PW Hustle channel. I didn't believe that AJ Styles could beat Roman Reigns and become the World Heavyweight Champion. But Seth Rollins against Roman Reigns, there's more believability, in my opinion, that he could beat Roman Reigns and take that title. That's just my opinion.
Okay, that's a nice kind of segue, Shugs, to the AJ Styles and the turn on Raw this week. I mean, the way they swerved it was nice, man. It was nice. So unexpected. Did not see that coming because of what happened last week. He went in there. The fans lost their shit when Cena and AJ Styles was out there. They played up to the fans well. All of a sudden, you get Gallows and Anderson coming out. He put the fucking boots to Cena. He left the ring, come back again, put even more boots. The guy was sick. Now, was this the best thing for them to do? Was it the right time leading into Money in the Bank and obviously SummerSlam? And could this feud go past Money in the Bank?
Yeah, like I think the way they set out the feud, I think was good because we sort of had AJ and we had him. Is he going to join the club? Is he not going to join the club? And then they totally swerved us. Really, it was like they've broken up. They're going to go on as a tag team. And then he's just going to go on his own on a babyface run. And then he just turned and just bust Cena in his head. And that's what made it better. It was the believability, they did it in the right way. And they've probably been waiting on Cena to come back for the turn. Because obviously he could have turned like weeks ago without Cena or with Reigns. But because they didn't know what they're doing with Reigns, they saved him for Cena.
It was so smooth as well. So smooth. Cena threw the t-shirt, turn round, bam, straight in your dome. I love it. But AJ Styles, man, what a class act. I'm so surprised WWE hadn't picked him up so soon. But I mean, sooner rather than later. But it was just, it's amazing to see the feuds he's had, the performances he's put in. I mean, Smackdown just gone, him and Kofi. Like, this guy turns fucking... chicken shit into chicken salad. Like, the guy's just, you know what I mean?
Yep.
He's such a good hand. I cannot wait for... Yeah, carry on, Gillam.
I like the fact that when they brought him in as his debut with the Rumble, I mean, you sit there, Kinny, and, the Professor and everyone else, you got to agree with me. That did not look like AJ Styles. It didn't. It just didn't look like AJ Styles. That turn on Monday... Everything about it said to me, that's AJ Styles. That's the man that carried TNA. That's the man that went to New Japan and took the Bullet Club after, Devitt had left. You know what I mean? That was the guy I wanted to make an entrance. You know what I mean? Make a statement. I'm not here to kiss anyone's ass. You know what I mean? I am what I say I am. I am phenomenal. I can do this. I can do that. And you know what I mean? You lot will just pick up my coattails. You know what I mean? and that's exactly what he did. I mean, personally, I'm still struggling to think. And I think that club thing, I don't think they knew what to do with the club. I still think they were holding out for Balor. I think there was a few last minute changes made and they were like, Balor's not, 100% that he wants to come up to the main roster. He hasn't ever, made that a secret. You know what I mean? He's public knowledge. He wasn't too fussed about coming up to the main stage, like. And I really do think that was the original plan, was to, side Balor with the club. I mean, obviously he was the creator of the Bullet Club, to start with.
I mean, it's good. It's definitely good. I mean, he's definitely want to come up now. It's brand split. He's like more exposure for myself, like for himself.
Well, that's it. It doesn't get any more strong. It doesn't get any more better for anyone now, does it? You're at a stage where they're basically saying that we're going from strength to strength. And this is our change. We're evolving as a company again. We've gone from the Attitude Era into that PG era. And we're at that point where we've got that much talent that it's time to change this shit again.
Go on,
if
Professor.
You want to be
Sorry, Professor's you wanted to just chime in a second.
Yeah, I just want to chime in. I mean, Gillam, I agree with everything you said. I think with Balor, I think he has unfinished business with NXT. I think he just wants to see that brand grow exponentially. That's why maybe there's a hesitance there's also a hesitance with going to the main roster in the way the WWE writers book people. Let's be honest with that.
Yeah.
Some people from NXT that goes to the main roster, haven't been booked, solidly, aka Tyler Breeze. So let's just say that maybe Balor sees that, but also wants to see NXT rise and grow and, be a real legitimate third company or the second highest branded company, because NXT has so much potential. But also I want to just say one thing. I don't want to change no subject, but with everybody from NXT, like you said, Nakamura, Balor, Bayley, if they all go up to the main roster, I fear for NXT. I fear because you can just all the indie talents that will come into NXT, but you still have to promote them. You still have to book them. You still have to advertise them. And sometimes the casual fan doesn't know that. So, that turnaround has got to be a little bit slower, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, saying that, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying with that. I mean, me and Shugs were speaking about this the other day, and we thought that it's exciting for NXT because even though all these guys go up, it's just a chance for them to build other guys like your Ty Dillingers. But I have a feeling that the reason why, obviously, La Sombra is debuting at, NXT TakeOver the End, Itami's coming back. They have, I think it's either going to be Itami or it's going to be, La Sombra. They are going to be the next head guy. I think they're going to be the next heads whilst they build up your Rich Swans, they build up, they got the Authors of Pain coming in. They got TM61, the Mighty Don't Fall. They got all the Mighty Don't Kneel, sorry. They got all of these guys kind of waiting in the wings to kind of take that chance. Yeah, it may take some time, but they took that ultimate plunge when they changed SCW into NXT, and they did that. But still, it kind of built itself up. So as long as they have the right guys, 3, 4, 5, kind of people to kind of build around, I think they might be all right. It's going to take a sting. But hopefully they'll turn it around. Let's just move on to the total non-stop ass shit, TNA, which we don't normally talk about, but Shugs wanted to kind of talk about this mental bullshit that he decided to send on my phone for me to watch. And I did watch it. I'm not going to lie, I did watch this shit. But Shugs, roll with the Hardy shit, man.
I just obviously it was blowing up over Twitter, and you got the parodies before I seen the real version, and then you watch the real version. And like we said earlier on before we come on here, it's more like Lucha Underground, Obviously, nobody's heart got ripped out, but it's the same shit. They've sort of created a universe, this Hardy universe for this contract signing or whatever it was, and it was just jokes. I just loved it. It made me look up the date for Slammiversary to see when it was.
Oh my days! No, EC3 did good. EC3 did good. It was like Brother Nero. I was like, what? And then the way Raven Sky threw the baby, I was like, really? This is some bullshit. It's like fucking Matt Hardy playing King Cuerno and fucking Jeff Hardy playing Pentagon Jr. It was just I was waiting for fucking Rockstar Spud to play fucking Mil Mertes or something. It's too much. It's too much.
I can't get my head around it.
I couldn't take it seriously.
Honestly, I couldn't. I was watching that shit the first time it come on, and when I was watching it, and the first thing I did was, didn't take my eyes off the telly. Reach for the phone, you know what I mean? You don't know where the phone is, your hands are going blind. I picked my phone up and I went, Dazzy, have you seen it? And he went, yeah. I said, what do you think? I'm crying, he said. I'm crying.
We watched it,
crying.
We watched it. That's the whole point. We watched it, though, innit? So it is what it is.
I've never seen.
It's people
I've never had any faith in the Hardys with promos.
Are we gonna buy the pay-per-view, though? Are we gonna buy the pay-per-view?
I ain't touching that shit.
You just record that shit on challenge. That's what we'll do. We'll end up recording.
The only match that I have any time for on that card, and I still believe that Mike Bennett is a legend. And EC3, I still think EC3 is probably one of the greatest. He's got to be one. They dropped the ball with turning him face. Because me personally, I believe he was probably the best heel.
You said that too. I've been saying that too.
I firmly believe he was the best heel in wrestling last year, without a doubt. No one could touch him. And I mean, if someone in WWE were looking at that and going, "What the fuck did we do?"
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I hear you.
You can't. The guy holds his own, you know. And I mean, for all them, you know, idiots that shout in the crowd, "You can't wrestle." What are you watching?
All right, before we go to a break, all right, I just want to get each one of you's. Well, I don't know if Sug's watched it yet, but just a quick few words on your thoughts on the Ricochet versus Will Ospreay match. Professor, your thoughts?
I don't think you're gonna like it since you watch New Japan a lot, Kenny.
Just say it, man.
But
We're not sheeps out here.
I called it Circus du Soleil. It was the enhanced Circus du Soleil match. I mean, you know, I'll say this one thing. The evolution of wrestling always changes. This was a pure athletics match, but as the professor as I am, I always want people to remember, never forget the classics fundamental psychology of the game. Never forget selling, never forget the psychology. And I felt that they did that. So, but I can never take away the pure athleticism that match had. Is it a match of the year? That's debatable.
Gillam?
I seen glimpses. I mean, I'm a big Ricochet fan anyway, and I mean, you know, there's Will Ospreay just holds his own no matter where he goes. I liked it. I did like it. I mean, it was what it was. I mean, you know, high flying, fast, you know, adrenaline fueled. That's what Ricochet does, isn't it? You know, regardless whether he's Ricochet or whether he's Prince Puma, the guy's awesome. I mean, I'm big fan.
It's one of those things where I think it's obviously everyone has their favorite style. It's one of my favorite styles, so I was fucking blowing my mind out. Like I was just like, what the fuck are they doing? What's going on? Shugs, have you seen it yet?
Nah, like only clips. I haven't really sat down and watched like the whole match. But you know, it is what it is. It's like different. I think there's different styles of wrestling, and it's like you like different wrestlers. Like, do you know what I mean? And I just don't see. There's a place for every style. That's what I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go to a break now, but then we'll be back with the NXT Fallout and our predictions for NXT Takeover the End. So please come back and don't you miss it.
Hey, it's me, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Net Carrier has many great products and services to increase your bottom line. Be sure to ask your Net Carrier representative about our hosted PBX. Call Net Carrier today for a free analysis of your phone bills. 877-255-7733. That's right, 877-255-7733. Call now.
Let's get it out! It happens every morning. You watch Raw, and then you react to it. 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Every single Monday. Join Tony and Sarah, Harry Broadhurst, and Jimmy Christopher for the Raw Reaction worldwide on the VOC Nation. The most polarizing personalities worldwide. This is the VOC Nation.
And we're back. It is Sunday Segue episode 166, and it's your boy Kinny Killa out here with the Goddamn Sugar Shugs, Professor Anthony Quintana, and the Butcher 69 David Gillam. We're right about now. We're about to go into NXT Fallout. Did everyone see NXT?
Oh yes.
Yes, I saw it.
Yeah, Shugs. Did you catch bits of it? Nah.
Not this week. I don't think so. No.
All right. Well, Gargano, Ciampa. Looks like they're batting heads with the Revival and Professor. Now, I thought this match was really good, and I thought that Gargano and Ciampa have tagged well. Now, do they deserve to be added to the tag title match against American Alpha at Takeover the End?
I think so, because, I mean, if you look at the history of Gargano and Ciampa, they put a great showing in the Dusty Rhodes Classic. They've been having great matches no matter what. Even singles, when they were separated for like 2 months or so, they always held their own. And we don't know if like American Alpha is going to be going to the main roster, either SmackDown or Raw. So if you need that tag team for the Revival to go against. So, and Gargano and Ciampa are the perfect, it's a perfect blend for both of them. You got old style and new style, and I love it. And I love the Revival. So yeah, that's just me.
So do I, man. I feel like they're very, very much underrated. Very, very much underrated, I feel like. But yeah, I would love to see them on the main roster. Gillam, Ty Dillinger, he's got a bit of a push for obvious reasons. He's going to be going up against Andrade Cien Armas, La Sombra at Takeover the End. No, it's Ty Dillinger. He's a funny one because I feel like he's very marketable. He definitely is over with the crowd, whether he's playing a babyface or a heel. Now, do you think he is good enough to be a main player in NXT?
I believe so. I do believe so. I think one of the main things you have to learn, and I mean, how old is Ty Dillinger? Is he 20, 24, 25?
Oh no, he's older than that. Sean Spears, yeah.
Is he? Is he?
Yeah. Ty Dillinger, let's see, he's like 30. Oh, he's 35. Fact check, he's 35.
Right. Okay, that's quite old, isn't it? Really, you've got to be looking at that and thinking, is it? I mean, the guy's got it. He's got the tools on a mic. I mean, he can do stuff like that. I just think I would go as far as saying he's their equivalent to, the Santino Marella. He's the guy you call on when you want someone to job. I mean, he's already had his chance with Jordan. You go as far back with the tag team with Jordan, and they split that up. Jordan didn't even know where he was going himself. And then, things are good for Jordan. Dillinger's just making up that back line. Taking his paycheck, smiling and saying yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I think
as well as his 10-10-10.
I think he could be a good heel. I think he could be a very good heel. It reminds me of the model Rick Martel a little bit.
I would. Do you know what? Funny enough, I would bring you up to the main card. I'd like to see him. To be honest with you, I mean, we don't like factions. I mean, you only have to look at the social outcasts.
I know where you're going.
Can you imagine Dillinger, Breeze, and Fandango?
Oh my days!
Oh, it'd be ace.
Breezango, I fucking hate it, man. Breezango, I think Tyler Breeze and Creepy Johnny deserve a bit more, to be honest. Like,
Breezango 10. Breezango. That's what you would.
Breezango 10.
Breezango
Yes.
10. Oh my
yes.
Shugs, I want your thoughts on the Samoa Joe Finn Balor feud and what you think we're gonna get one of the match of the years in the first ever steel cage match in NXT.
Yeah, I just think that obviously they need to find a way to end it. So what better way than the steel cage? I think the matches has obviously got progressively more brutal and then progressively better, and it's good, isn't it? So obviously you think how long we've been watching NXT now, and this is the very first steel cage match. So they did the ladder match, and now everything in NXT is new. You know what I mean? So everything's it's for the first time again. So I don't think he'll win though.
You don't think who will win?
No, I don't think Balor will win.
Mm-hmm.
I think Joe's going to retain, and then obviously we got the brand split, and maybe he'll go up, or maybe like we were saying earlier on, he'll win it back, and then Joe will go up.
Yeah,
because we still haven't got enough heels really.
Yeah, Joe definitely deserves to go up. He deserves. He's got everything already. He's ready made. What more does he need to learn? He's ready made. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Balor won and Joe comes up. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Right, Austin Aries. Last chancery on Elias Sampson, the Drifter, booed out of the fucking building as usual. Last chancery for the win. Nakamura, Professor versus Austin Aries. It looks like it could potentially be match of the night. I think Baron Corbin versus Austin Aries wasn't a right kind of mix for Austin Aries. Austin Aries looked fucking short compared to Baron Corbin, you know what I mean? So he will look short against Nakamura, but it'll be a bit different here. Now, do you think that Austin Aries definitely gets over a lot more during this match and he turns full heel?
I think he will turn full heel. I think, to me, he's going to get the win against Nakamura. He's going to cheat, maybe, roll up the tights or put his foot on the rope, old school way of doing it. And Nakamura's going to look surprised. But Austin Aries needs that kind of heel turn in NXT to boost him up to the next level. But it's going to be a great match. It's going to steal the show to me.
We get Nia Jax versus Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. Now,
wait a minute, can I just visualize them two? Oh yes, that's a great thing. Thank you.
Well, obviously these two I was just gonna say, some people say, oh, is Nia Jax ready? She's been improving. I give her that she's been improving. Sounds a bit whack on the mic, but she has been improving. But we got this final segment here, which I thought went well. I thought that this ending went well, and it did what it was meant to do. Contract signing, she comes out basically saying, I broke Bailey, you ain't shit, fucking Asuka, basically, I'm going to take the title from you. Asuka was like, if you're not scared, you fucking should be. You know, you fucking should be. Then she starts speaking in Japanese. I was like, jeez, Fame Black. I know Fame Black bust a nut after that shit.
That was some scary, man. That was some scary shit.
She was going in, man. She was going in. And then she basically does her Fist of Fury. Nia Jax picks her up and just powerbombs her to hell. Now, I thought it ended well. Whether we get a good match or not, Gillam, remains to be seen. But who else is there? Who else is there,
I personally think the NXT women's division is on its ass. I said this when they brought up the 3. They were doing the wrong thing. Becky Lynch should have stayed down there. I still believe Sasha Banks should have stayed down there. Should have just brought Charlotte up. Because if you look at it, other than 2 matches, where have they actually bumped heads as a 3? I just think it's left NXT in women's division in what I mean, no woman's land.
Yeah, at the moment it is a bit bland, but they definitely
got it coming through.
They got it coming. They've got Athena's coming. She's ready made. She's ready made. We're just waiting for her to debut.
They got that girl from
Nikki Storm,
Lucha,
man.
haven't they?
Nikki Storm, waiting for her to just come in and do her thing. And to be honest, I would love for Sexy Star to be in NXT. I would love for Sexy Star. Yeah. Obviously, Kalisto, that's his wife. He would love for her to be on there. Is she still the Lucha Underground champion?
I thought she dropped it.
And she dropped it?
I thought she dropped it.
Who she dropped it to?
I'm not 100%, but I thought she had.
Okay. Okay. I would love to see. I would love to see her.
I thought she'd had dark. I thought she'd done a couple of dark matches last month.
Who, Sexy Star?
Yeah, with NXT, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That I'd read upon. There's a few things I've been reading of people being signed and stuff like that. I mean, personally, I'm a big fan of Peyton, the Australian girl. I think she's got some ability. The other thing is as well which I was kind of sad to see was obviously Emma.
Oh,
Emma was looking good on the main card.
Yeah, man.
She was looking strong. She was holding her own. She was looking where she should have been. And I mean, that Emma to me could have carried NXT women's on. You know what I mean?
Suggs was loving that taste of Tenille.
It's yeah, but yeah. Unfortunately, she picks up the dreaded injury, which I think half of the Divas division, women's division's got now.
Mm-hmm. Well, Sasha's been approved. She's coming. She's back. She's done main event. She's back now, so we're just waiting for this.
After Vince making his comments about her being injury prone.
Oh, dude, listen, don't get me started. Right, before we go over to our last break, I want quick shouts to these predictions. So I want to go through it, and you guys tell me who you reckon is going to take it down. All right, Shugs. Andrade Almas versus Ty Dillinger. Who's taking that down?
Andrade.
Professor.
Andrade.
All right, Gillam.
Andrade Almas.
Okay. American Alpha versus the Revival. Gillam, who's taking that down? It's tough.
I got to go with the Revival,
Okay. Professor.
They've been teasing someone's going to be a 2-time champion somewhere.
Yeah.
The Revival's going to be the 2-time champion. I think they win.
Okay, Shugs.
American Alpha retain.
All right. Asuka versus Nia Jax. Who's taking that, Shugs?
Asuka.
Professor.
Asuka.
Gillam.
Jax.
Ooh. Okay.
And I'm crying. I'm crying saying it.
Okay. Gillam. Shinsuke versus Aries.
I see Shinsuke win, but I see straight after Aries heel turn.
Okay, Professor.
Aries wins, turns heel in the same match.
All right, Shugs.
Nakamura Shinsuke.
Has to be our guy, Shinsuke. All right, Shugs. Last one. Samoa Joe, Finn Balor.
Joe.
Professor.
Change my mind.
Samoa Joe.
Gillam.
Joe and Itami returns.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that'll be interesting. All right, so now we're going to go to our last break, then we'll be back with Shug Stunners, Segue Time Machine, and our man, Professor Anthony Quintana will be running the 10 count, so don't you miss it.
There's only one wrestling podcast that gives you honest, uncut opinions and the most unique trivia since WWE did The Weakest Link. And the only place you can hear the show-stealing podcast promo every single week.
Covering WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground. Max Wrestling Podcast is the place for you. Join myself, Evan Money McCabe, the Phoenix, and the Butcher. Sundays at 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern time with your host, Daddy Dangerously, on VOC Nation and the Swerve Talk Network.
Go to maxwrestling.wix.com/maxwrestling or follow us at maxwrestlinguk for more details.
Give in to the madness.
And we're back, the final part of Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. All right, so time for Shugs Stunners. Shugs, let's do a jobber of the week.
I can't remember what happened this week.
Who jobbed out? Who did we get jobbed out? Dudley's, man.
Nah. What was that one where I sent you where they had the bouncing heads and they were singing a song, Golden Truth?
Fucking hell, the Golden Truth. Golden Truth. Okay, Golden Truth. All right, Shugs.
Shit.
Move of the week.
Move of the week. I don't know, like punch to the dome on Cena.
Oh yeah, all right.
I was gonna say that, you know. I was gonna say that. The cheeky dig.
The cheeky dig. Golden Truth. Let me just write this down. And AJ turn. All right, Professor, you get to name the wrestler of the week, seeing this is your debut.
The wrestler of the week, I'm gonna go with AJ Styles.
Okay.
The heel turn.
AJ, I like that.
Can't believe you didn't say Matt Hardy.
I call that a jobber of the week with that vignette.
No, wrestler of the week is that baby. The fake baby gets wrestler of the week. Oh my days. All right, let's go to the Segue time machine. Today is, I believe, the 5th. It is the 5th of June. So let's see what happened on the 5th of June. We had let's see who else we have. We had Rey Mysterio winning the Cruiserweight title in 2003. Jeff Hardy winning the WWF Light Heavyweight title in 2001. Eric Bischoff winning the WCW Hardcore title in 2000. We had Tenzan and Chono winning the IWGP Tag titles in 1998. Also, we had, let's see what happened on Monday Night Wars. Year 2000, Monday Night Wars, Professor. Episode 367. What do you reckon the rating was for Monday Night Raw? Year 2000.
Year 2000, Monday Night Raw. I go with 6.5.
It was a 5.9, and this is why. We had Test, Albert, and Val Venus defeating Too Cool. We had the King of the Ring qualifying match, Benoit beating Road Dogg. We had the hardcore title match, Briscoe defeating Crash Holly. We had a number one contenders match, freeway for the WWF title, The Rock defeating Kane and Taker. Eddie Guerrero and China defeating Malenko and The Godfather. We had another qualifying match for King of the Ring, Hardcore Holly defeating Farouk. Angle, Edge, and Christian defeating Chris Jericho, Devon, and Bubba Ray. The Hardys defeating Bossman and Buchanan. Bossman behaving badly. Shoots.
Exactly. My G.
And then we had main event, Triple H defeating The Rock for the WWF title. Okay, Gillam, what do you reckon was on the flip side? Monday Nitro, year 2000. What was the rating?
That was a bad year.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go for a 3.1.
It was a 2.8.
Well, if I was gonna go 2.9 to start with.
This is why the World Tag Team Championships perfect event, Chuck Palumbo and Sean Stasiak defeating Chronic. Yep.
Do you know what though? They were two good tag teams. They were alright.
I know. G.I. Bro. Oh, for fuck's sake. G.I. Bro. Fucking Booker T.
Booker.
Here we go. This is for you, Professor. Tell me you did not Just say that. Defeating Billy Kidman. We had Eric Bischoff defeating Terry Funk for the hardcore title. Scott Steiner recliner on Vampiro winning the United States title. Bill Goldberg defeating, oh for fuck's sake, Tank Abbott. Sting defeating Jeff Jarrett. Don't piss him off. Diamond Dallas Page with Miss Hancock defeating Mike Awesome and Kimberly Page. Hulk Hogan defeating his fucking nephew Horace. Steel cage match, Vince Russo defeating Ric Flair. And the main event was a 6-on-1 handicap match. Disco Inferno, Chris Candido, Johnny the Bull Stamboli, Big Vito, Rey Mysterio Jr. and Sean Stasiak versus Kevin Nash ended in a no contest, for fuck's sake.
That was a main event.
Yes, that was a main event. No wonder.
Wow.
No wonder WCW hit the.
And that was the main event where the. I'm sorry, and that was the main event where the referee was just counting threes and Nash wasn't even pinning anybody. He just knocked him out.
And wasn't Goldberg like a big deal back then? and he's basically chopping in the mid card.
Exactly. All right, here we go. Time for the main event. It is time for the 10 count. Professor Anthony Quintana will be running the 10 count. Right, so this is how we play this game, okay? You will have 10 seconds, Professor, to name, give as many answers to your chosen category, okay? So, please pick category A, B, or C.
Okay, well, since my government name is Anthony Quintana, I'll go with A.
A, okay. A. You have WWE managers. Please, in 10 seconds, name as many WWE managers. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Slick, Harvey Whippleman, Captain Lou Albano, Blassie, Grand Wizard, Bobby Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Mr. Fuji, Johnny Polo.
Stop! Woo! Oh shit! We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he ties the top spot. Yo, you were so close. I know you was gonna throw something else out there as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say Johnny Valiant.
Miss Elizabeth, Sherry.
They're valets.
Oh yeah, they're valets. I like that. They're valets. Man, you got 9. That's great. You actually go to the top spot with PC.
Oh, okay, cool.
PC Tony from DWI podcast. You tie with him. So there you go, 9. I like that. I'm still waiting for someone to bust it, man. Get that 10. Okay, there you go, people. It is the end of the show. I'd like to give Professor the time right now to let the people know where they can find PW Hustle. So roll with it, Professor.
All right, thank you. You can find us on the PW Hustle YouTube channel. Like I said, we have 2 of them, PW Hustle and PW Hustle 2, because we had some copyright issues with the first one, so we had to fix it up there. So look us out on that. Always look out. Join the PW Hustle Facebook fan page. Kinny Killa is a member of it. We appreciate that. I'm on the Big Slam Nation along with Kinny Killa. So, you know what? Join us there. And we have a Facebook fan page there, too. And you can find me on Twitter at PROFPW Hustle. That's Professor PW Hustle. And thank you guys for having me on the Segue.
No problem, man. Gillam, let the people know where they can find you on the Twitter.
You can get me at Butcher69, and thank you for having me, my brother.
No problem. Shugs ain't even gonna give out his Twitter because he just blocks people on that shit. He don't answer nothing. He don't add no one. He's just like straight middle finger to you. Like that's how he rolls. Shugs, yeah, it's been great. Me and you need to catch up. We're actually gonna go and see Will Ospreay July 23rd. We're gonna go see Will Ospreay. He's coming to Bristol. Will Ospreay will be teaming up with the Knights of Essex, so that'll be great. We'll also be seeing Chris Hero, so we're going to do a meet and greet, seeing Chris Hero, also seeing Killshot, Lucha Underground Killshot. We'll be seeing Killshot as well. So guys, make sure...
That's the one me and Evan are looking into coming to.
Yeah, so what, are you guys coming?
Yeah. We're looking into it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Make sure you grab the tickets real soon because the ticket, I mean, you can sit anywhere. So you get your tickets, Don't matter, you can sit anywhere. So just look that up, Pro Wrestling Chaos. So give a shout out to David Yule as well, Pro Wrestling Chaos. All right, guys, so make sure you check us out on the flip side of Sunday Segue TV, me and the No Shady Tom Brady for OneWrestling.com, giving you the best in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Update on day 8 all the way to day 11 of the Best of the Super Juniors tournament. Also giving you a rundown of Dominion 2016, which is the next pay-per-view, so make sure you check that out. And if you don't like that, you can choke on that slap nuts. Woo!